Hello, my Inklings, my Samajamas, and Boris. This is Benny1974 back at it again with a brand new stream. We're just getting into it today. Just some good old-fashioned escapism. Hopefully my mic's working. Oh, of course, you got the old issue. Or is it? Nope, there's just no audio output capture. Okay, well, we're gonna fix that right after we select a character. There we go. So I have a mint. I haven't played this game in a while. Another condemned has invaded. What does that mean? They can do that? Is that what happened in the update? You can be invaded. Lovely. Now I just need to Google how to use my ultimates because I forgot. There we go. Oh my god, this is gonna be the whole thing, isn't it? Forgetting the controls. we're gonna go for the cane sword. Now I know what you're... Why does it do so much damage? Now I know what you're thinking. Bendy, are you crazy? Why would you get the cane sword? Well, because it pairs well with katanas. At least as far as I can tell. So, I am not gonna use that unless I get a katana. And knowing my luck, I'm gonna get a katana the second I decide to replace it with something. I just need a level up point. And they're throwing that at me now, which is just, oh, so spectacular. Apologies if we've got some chatters. I will check chat in a minute. Oh, up here. And they killed the boss, which means there's a save point. Oh, arrows. Oh, death. They're fighting the underground boss. Oh, God. Here we go, okay. Gargoyles, magic greatsword. Yep. Level 4. Okay, so we can use all of these things now. We're just gonna swap these real quick. Nope. There we go, okay. And what sort of magic? Glintstone pebble? Okay, well that's not useful. How many? Okay. How many times is this guy gonna get your death? Oh, they killed a great enemy, but they're dying. Oh, and these guys are a ragtag team, and I'm not really doing anything. But while they are in the storm, I can't, or whatever it's good, the night's tide, I can't really help them. So I am just gonna level up again. I'm gonna grab a Sacred Seal, because you know it really can't hurt. Flame Sling seems 1,000 times better. Except this is Beast Claw, okay. Okay, so I can use both of them. Slash, what was it? Ah, I have a voice changer on. Huh. Why wasn't I watching that? That's fine. I only get 10,000 rands. Oh, wait, I lose a level as well. That's fine. Okay. No. No. Why won't it work? Oh, this guy's not gonna die. Or will he? Nope, he's not gonna die. He's not gonna die. Okay.
Okay, there we go. This is a new part of the map? I don't know where to go. I do much like the removal of fall damage. Good evening. Oh, okay, we're just gonna take a quick step back. Okay. They casted so many spells, Jesus Christ. No sight of grace in sight. Oh, maybe that's why they call it that. Because the sight of it is grace. No, that's not why they call it that. Yeah, they probably added a lot since I last played. Why are you everywhere? Am I already under it? I'm already under it. Okay. Level 7, which I can— oh god, lag. He's gone. Oh, maybe he was the only one lagging. Pardon me. I'm just gonna stay here. That guy can fight as many other people as he wants, but I'm gonna be here for when the boss arrives. Oh. Would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that? Oh, a Crucible Knight! Well, that's not a Crucible Knight. But, what? That's what I was trying to do. Can you die, please? Oh, he's just a Siegbar, didn't realize. This is not an ancient dragon. And they're all dead. Is this the Death Blight? Oh my god. Du-du-du. Oh, look who's back, right after the boss dies. What did you do? Did he already beat a boss somehow? Now, theoretically, you should be able to avoid those attacks by just not standing still, right? They take you pretty much half the time. Ooh, I wonder if that is a greatsword. We're gonna get rid of the shield, because I never use my shield. It is! Okay. The Shriek of Milos. Okay. Bit hard on the stamina, but pretty much every dual wielding greatsword build is. What am I meant to? What? Where even are them? They. Oh, they're up there. Okay. How do I? Yes, I'm able to fight gods, but this one door. Well, I'm not able to fight gods, but like, the character can. They're still throwing stuff. They do not heed the words of Hulk, aka, don't throw stuff. Like they like make an AI that predicts where you're gonna land. So they start like heat seeking you. Do you have any great swords? Oh my god! There's just so much. This weapon has to do massive amounts of bleed. Can these guys just stop dying for like maybe half a second? What? Go away! 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 He's meant to be a tank, but they okay. I see. Oh, they're both dead. There's no point in me staying here. Jesus Christ. Nope. Please go back to throwing things. You'll throw them at yourself. They really should just stop trying. Okay. Gargoyle's twin blade. Yeah, you're not getting me with the twin blades this time, okay? See, it's a trick. And then they give me an Uchi-Katana. Oh my god. That was a trick. This is just cruel. You put the Uchi-Katana or main hand. No, they cannot be used together. I'm a fool. Wonder if they killed the guy. No? Okay, they just stopped fighting him. Or they spawned really far away. Ooh, have they gone on the lava pit? I actually really like this area. About the birds, I like them, but like, I wish you could dismount much faster and had a lot more control over where the bird was going. My god, I love this thing so much. Why does it bleed so much? It just does so much, it just does so much damage. Fire Pilates and prelates. This is before a boss fight, by the way. Okay. You know what? You've earned this. You've earned this. Not what I meant to do. You've earned this! Why does he explode when he dies? Remember, there's a great worm down here, so want to be careful. Do. Now run, it's gonna explode. This is where the great worm is. There are 2 more, okay. There are problems I have with Souls-likes, but like one of them is why can't you like aggro enemies on each other? The obvious statement is it's for difficulty's sake, but it just doesn't make sense because there are like enemies from different factions in similar areas, so why are they only attacking you? Like ignoring each other but just going for you? Oh, hey, Midas. You're on Twitch? Sorry, I haven't been reading your messages. Yeah. Reason everything here bleeds so much is because they have fruit gushers inside of them. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Am I stealing their sweets? Oh god, the hands. I remember this area. There's a big hand. But hands have a lot of blood. Nope. It's just a really big hand. Oh my god. I'm having a practical joke played on me, right? How are these two getting so much done, but also going down this often? The two best statuses in this game are bleed and whatever the boss is weak to. In a best case scenario, you should have 1 weapon of bleed and 1 weapon of whatever the boss is weak to. Legendary Ascension. Legendary, oh my goodness, that's strong. I don't know if upping it increases the... I don't know if upping it increases... increases the status affiliation. So I'm just gonna upgrade that. Legend Forged. It was forged in fire. Jump that team of dragon. Yeah, I know they're working together. It's just like they keep running away. So like if they want me to work with them, why do you keep sprinting in the opposite direction? Please tell me that's enough to level up again. I really... Oh, there. I have a feeling those two are in a call while I'm doing this. Their names don't help. We're getting out of the pit. I'm caught in an updraft. I'm disembarking. ooh, I could get another Shriek of Milos, and then I could have Double Bleed, and then I could turn the dragon, and I could turn the bugs into piles of dust. I'm just gonna dump this shield grease, because why would I ever need shield grease? And now we wait until God makes an enemy for us to fight. Yum, bug dust. I want to kill the two bugs so much. Why is it so difficult? I make it to them 90% of the time. Why is it so difficult to kill two bugs? Okay, we got the crowd stage. Dead. Okay, shielding. Boom. Why did I heal? There is one benefit to these absolutely horrendous temperatures. Is that when I showered today, I could just sit outside for like 10 minutes, and I was good. Because I don't really like using hair dryers. Jeez, just one hit, and... Hey, fine, you want to use your ability? How do you like the Shriek of Milos? Well, I frenzied him. Can I do that to him? How you like the Shriek of Milos? Killing this Royal Cavalryman. I hate these guys so much. They have shields. It's impossible to get behind them. Unless you got another player, which I guess I do in this scenario. Okay, you. Taste the Shriek of Milos. Hey, please, just bleed for me. One time. Bleed, please. That's a good way to get bleed in. Just use the ultimate over and over. Getting Flame Frenzy. Add a charge to the flask. Would you rather survive one night in the studio from Bendy, or a singular night in the FNAF 1 office? Okay, I need some context to the question. Now, I'm in the FNAF 1 office. Yeah, okay, got it. Now the question here is, or no, I'm in Bendy, right? Do I start where Henry started, or do I start, like, in a common area? Like, where do I start? Because if I start where Bendy started, or where Henry started, I'm not fully confident I could survive. Don't get me wrong, there's a pretty big chance I could. It's not, like, too difficult. When he appears, you run, and, like, that's maybe a day. Like, we don't know how long Henry was in there, but I'm willing to bet it took him a week or so. And, like, if I can get to Boris, then I'm good. Start where Michael started. In FNAF? Okay, so I know where I'm starting in FNAF. You start a single night. Where do I start in Bendy? Why does the controller vibrate so much? Stop it! It's vibrating so much. Shaking my skull. I'm opening a door. What? Is there a Michael in Bendy? That is the creator. I am not caught up on FNAF lore. Isn't like the first guy a zombie? But in FNAF 1, yeah, I know. You start. I know. I'm starting in like the office on the first day. Did I do any damage? Okay, my fire's gone, but I can still do the Shriek of Milos! I don't actually know what that does. I think it just kind of disorients the enemy. My face! No! No! These things just not have blood, because that makes more sense than I care to admit. The way this always goes is the archer fights the flying guy, and the melee guys fight this guy. Okay, I don't want to waste any stamina, so I'll wait until it starts moving again. No, get back here, you coward! Oh, and Bendy, when you say copy of the protagonist, you mean the copy of Henry, right? Yeah, that's a maybe. Now, I'm confident I can survive up until the Bendy Chapter 2 chase sequence. Because that's a whole other story. Now, I need to rely on the fact that I can get out of, being tied up by, Sammy. I need to rely on the fact that I will be able to beat the searchers with the axe. I need to rely on the fact that I will be able to outrun Bendy and stop him from stealing my soul. There's just a lot that goes into play. I don't know. I feel like maybe I could survive FNAF 1 a singular night, because I imagine it's much easier just if they get close the doors, and maybe I'll just attach a weight to the door so I can keep it closed the whole night. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What am I healing from? I honestly don't know. Slave. We might do this. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Get him right in the face. Get him right in the face. Yes, finally! I'm rid of this lad. That's 3 Night Lords. You ever play Super Smash Flash 2? Yeah. Played it a lot when I was younger. It's a decent game. I have some gripes with it, like them changing the sprite of Sonic. The Sonic Advance sprite sheet did not need changing. I understand their want to appeal to a singular style, but when they changed Sonic, I kind of didn't like it. Okay, so we got another shifting area. I am gonna check on clothes. Change my garb. This one looks like Melania. This one looks like emo. Now here's the thing. I don't like the Executioner. Okay, I still don't like the Executioner. I was considering getting like a skin for the Executioner, so I actually wanted to play as him, but I don't think that's ever going to be the case. So, we're just gonna purchase Darkness, we're gonna equip Darkness, and now, yes. Good evening.
You only need to land one good blow to punish a fleet-footed adversary. Be relentless. That's your best bet.
Really? Okay. I don't really like you, because you seem egotistical. He's the Revali of the group, if you get that reference. No! Not you. I hate you. I actually need to look up what Frenzy even does. Interesting. How does your PNG tuber model work? You know what? Hold on. Duplicate. Okay, we're gonna... remove you. I'm going to turn off game capture, and with window capture, we're going to go into VideoTube Mini. And I'm just going to show you how this works. Okay, so this is my PNG. Basically, the way it works is when I talk, it changes. When I don't talk, it bounces around like that. I have multiple of these. I have this guy, which I use when I'm angry or dramatic feeling. This one, which I use for Christmas streams. This one, which I used for a special occasion. This one for when I was revealing my stream, or when I was revealing the PNG. So yeah, I have a ton, and basically it's all in this program called VideoTube Mini, which is a really good program. And like, I was expecting to have some big setup, but it's really just when you talk, the PNG changes. It's nothing special. You just need to get art of before and after. You can do different emotions, but I don't really want to do that, because like, it seems like I've never been good with like keybinds controlling important things. I just don't get it. I don't know what I should like tether them to. So, you know. But basically that's how it works. What the? Where did it go? Oh, it's back. Okay. There we go. Guess we can go against that guy, although I hate him. He's very annoying. He just kind of flies through the air, so it kind of relies on an archer. He's like the Elden Beast. Very frustrating. Weird how I'm the only viewer here. This is essentially an interview rather than a live stream. Well, no one's on YouTube either, but, yeah, that's basically how it is most of the time. That's what I think is, like, I don't watch many big streamers because of that thing. Most of the streamers I watch, I'll give you a list right now: Alivav, Obi-Wan, Baby Ronin. Those are 3 of the streamers I watch, and I have alternate reasons for watching Baby Ronin, but if I had just found him naturally, I would watch him anyway. I watch them because they're small. They're small streamers. Well, and while some of them are bigger than others, Alivav has 1,000, but most of the time her chat is more like a group of 30, and it moves rather slow. Thing is with Twitch, most of the time when you get like chatters or people watching your stream, they don't actually want to chat. They just want to observe, which is fine. But it does mean that there will often just be people talking back to back. Like, that is the charm of small streamers to me. There is no problem with being a small streamer unless you're trying to make this a, career. And, like, if you want to make it a career, there are certain steps you need to take. Like, there are things that just aren't gonna work. Like, I go faceless, and for a while, I was scared that YouTube updating its policy— oh my goodness! That YouTube updating its policy was going to remove my, like, ability as a streamer to do that. Oh my goodness, I'm running. No, I'm just... Oh. Would remove my ability to do that, and I'd have to either put my face on my channel or just delete it entirely, or just stop uploading. Found out that is not the case, which is very good. It's just like cracking down on AI content, and a lot of people decided to misconstrued it to get advertising for like to get like their articles read, is what I'm guessing. Oh god, it didn't work. It didn't work. Okay, well that was challenging. Gain 10,000 points. I don't think we were meant to do that early on. Have you played Mugen before? I think I know what you mean, but I've played a Mugen game, but not like a specific one. I've played a lot of Sonic ones. Their charm kind of evaporates on you after a while. I have played Mugen games. Yes. Actually, Midas, I want to tell you about something that I do. Because I think you'd like the content. I think you'd like the content. There is a channel called Damon What If, and they do a What If series of What If Sonic was in Dragon Ball. It's currently in the Cell Saga, been going for a few years, because it's a really in-depth What If. It's a really good one. And I recommend it because, for two reasons. One, I'm a shill, because I'm the Tails voice actor in that show. And, oh, you've seen it? Okay, nice. But I'm, are you aware I was the Tails voice actor? Which is one of the only scenarios where I can have someone certainly say small YouTube, because it's, or like small world, because it's like tiny channel. Get off your horse, good sir! Everyone on a horse just kind of stuns. Yeah, okay, go to the most recent one, check the credits. Yeah, I am the voice actor. Go to this most recent one, check the credits till Tails pops up. That's me. I can do the voice right now. Well, it's not really Tails, because, like, at this point, I think he's, like, 15. I think it would make sense for him to be 15, if we push it and say at the beginning of the story he was 5. Since it's canon that Sonic knows his friends at the beginning of the story and he doesn't, like, gain them. I don't know. I haven't watched all of Dragon Ball. Or all of the Dragon Ball of that show. Just, I don't know why. It's just, I keep meaning to, and like, so I'll put it on, and then I'll put as like background noise for my animation, then I'll get too invested and watch that, then I'll get bored of watching that. It's like, it's a whole cycle. We're all great sword. Nice. Ah. Jesus Christ, what was up with that guy? Oh, God. Oh, God, no, no! Why are there so many of you? Okay, so that's... Golden Fire Sword. I guarantee the Royal, Great Sword is this kind of Great Sword. Oh, there's one over here, actually. And we're just gonna swap to that. Oh my God. It's a nightmare for stamina, but I don't need stamina because I'm doing that much damage with one hit. Fire Grease, which I don't know if that's useful. I don't remember what his weakness was. If I uploaded fan and redesigns of one of your characters on my channel, would you be okay? That's an odd question. I've never had one of those before. Okay. I'd rather you didn't until I'm more popular. Because, like, it's a thing of when you do it, it's gonna be a thing of well, two questions. Well, one question, actually. Which character is it? I'd like to know. But I'd rather you didn't if, cause my channel isn't that popular, so the connection won't be there of they are my characters. If that's okay. Like, if you really want to show it, I guess it's okay, but anytime you show it, you either have, okay, I guess you can, but anytime you show it, you have to say it's my channel, and either link the channel or link the playlist to the show. Robert and Bryson, if that's okay with you. Yeah, okay. So if you do, you have to link the channel or say the name of the channel and link the show. Be like, hey, this is a design, this is fan art of Benny 1974 characters, Bryson and Robert from this linked show. I don't want to say I'm sure whatever the art you did is much better than the designs I did for my characters. Bryson is literally just Broly with white hair and a green scar. The only reason I didn't make him green was because I thought giving him a green scar was cooler. Yeah, it's okay with me. It's okay with me. Maybe I should put that in, like, the description of something. Like, if you wanna upload fan art, have to. Maybe I'll do like a post of that. If you upload fan art, you don't have to, but I would recommend adding me just so I can like see it. Cause it's, you don't have to, because I'll most likely just I do check your channel every once in a while. Maybe I should subscribe, but I don't know why I haven't. But, yeah, just like at me, so I can see the art and link the show. Which I wonder if I have like if I can make a community. Maybe I can. Hold on. How to make a YouTube community. How to make a YouTube community. Go to community, read it. Oh, I think I can just turn on a community and then you can post it in there. If you'd be okay with that. Go to community.
Communities on YouTube.
Sorry. Am I dying? I feel like I'm dying in the game. Okay, I cannot I cannot. Oh God. Okay, the night's tide is coming in. I cannot enable a community. So if you want to, you know, post art of my characters, you have to @ me and link the show. Them's the rules. I'm excited to see it. Bryson, fun fact about Bryson, he's the only main character I made that wasn't directly inspired by a real person. All of the characters I made are named after people I actually know. Or no, not every character I made, all of the main characters. So Seamus, John, Robert, and Flavius. Oh my God. Why is he so strong? I just don't get it. Swapping you two, because I have a feeling Eruption is way better. Wait, he grew a tail? Since when did the grafted monarch have a tail? Okay, I used my death cheat for that one, so we're gonna... Midas, you've surprised me. That's... I can confidently say that's the first time I've ever been asked a question like this, and it has me excited. This actually reminds me of something. There was this there's this Stick Nodes animated show on YouTube. It's decent, like pretty good fights, but it's purely in 2D, like mine, except my fights aren't good. Called Dragon Ball Rage X Sonic. And for the longest time, I didn't know what Dragon Ball Rage was, but there are no Dragon Ball Z characters. Every single one of them is an OC, and the OC aren't made by the guy who makes the show. Oh, the show was made by someone called AMR Salim. The show was made by someone called AMR Salim. The original show, which is Dragon Ball Rage, is made by a guy called Fire Prince Alejandro. And for the longest time, I didn't know that until I just went to the description, and this guy was like, "When are we doing? Is the show over?" Because he was like happy that he was spoofing his show. Or not, it's not necessarily a spoof, it's a proper thing. It was really good, but like, the animation was quite good, but it was kind of weird. Not like the show being weird, but in it's the same repeated plot point. In Season 1, it's Silkadoom going after the Chaos Emeralds to get his hyper form. He does that. He loses to Ultra Instinct, or a fusion, I don't remember. But then in Season 2, he comes back, and he's Cyber Silkadoom. So, he gets the Chaos Emeralds, and becomes Cyber Hyper Silkadoom, or Hyper Cyber Silkadoom. But he loses to Ultra Instinct. So, it begs the question, why is it there's such a concern against them getting this power if you can stop them anyway? What's the point in trying to stop them from getting the power if you're just gonna win regardless? And it follows the same, it follows the same, like, story for the first 3 seasons. And it steals scenes verbatim from Nazo Unleashed, except with Silkadoom. And I'm pretty sure in Season 3, they do Nazo, or Metalix, because he's in one season. What is? Are you there? But, yeah, it just kind of repeats, like a lot of things. In a lot of the seasons, it's, we finally killed the foe. They appear on Angel Island, and they have all the Chaos Emeralds. Oh no! Whatever will we do? They beat him. With forms they already had. I'm pretty sure the way the power scaling works in that show, too, is Super Sonic is equal to Super Saiyan Blue, and Hyper is equal to Ultra Instinct. Which still doesn't explain why Silkadoom is able to be defeated by... why Hyper Silkadoom is able to be defeated by Ultra Instinct, when in the original canon, he couldn't be defeated... when in the original canon, he couldn't be defeated by Hyper. Well, he could have been defeated, but not, like... he could have been defeated, but he wasn't. Therefore implying that Alejandro, the guy that beat Silkadoom, is as strong as Silkadoom in his base. Or stronger. So therefore, using the same level puts him over the edge. Which doesn't make sense. Because later on, in the sequel show that was cancelled because apparently the guy lost access to his phone or something, and like he couldn't animate anymore, and he lost access to his YouTube account. In the sequel, he, which is like I think like the history of Xeno Alejandro Black, which is one of the many variants of Alejandro, is losing to Silkadoom's base in like Super Saiyan 3, and his Rosé form is losing to Apex Silkadoom. So is he stronger than him or not? And then Silkadoom Super Saiyan 4 form, or Super Phase 4 form, which I'm just gonna say for convenience sake is equal to Hyper, is being defeated by that weird Shattuck guy. I don't know, that weird Shattuck guy from, I think it was Super Sonic X Adventure. That odd show. I love the double greatsword build. Hello, goodbye. You, hold on. Royal Greatsword. More damage you do. Yep, okay, we're getting the Royal Greatsword. Go away. Neither of these do bleed, wait. Yeah, I'm getting... This one may do more damage, but it has Eruption, which is pretty good. Actually, hold on. Will this ability be better? Yep, definitely. Okay, we're sticking with the Watchdog. Hello, Apex. How are you today? Are you good? Or I feel like I'm getting attacked right now. I'm not. Okay, how are you today? Apologies. How far behind is the YouTube stream? Okay. Are they still in that tower? That's odd. Okay. Now activity. I'm just looking at your channel. A bunch of football shorts. 9K subscribers though, that's pretty impressive for a purely football short content creator. I'm at 100 and that's just mostly because my content sucks. Might be speaking to myself. I'm not completely sure they didn't leave. How many times are you going to scream? Why does this keep missing? You know, I'm starting to realize that maybe I shouldn't be focusing purely on physical strength. When the enemy can fly? Die! Take this! It's like destined death. that's a katana. Okay, if I get another katana, that might be useful. This is your destined death. Okay. There's another one of you. Grafted dragon. Now, pardon me, my dear fellow. I missed. Okay, where was this when I needed to fight Augur? He's weak to lightning damage. Okay, well, I just got a dragon head, but... yeah, that only spits fire, but I suppose that could work. Have fun. Yeah, that's right. I killed the man and took his arm. Ow. Okay, how do I get up there? How did they get up there? Oh, I see. You climb up the coffin-shaped things. Oh. Night's tide is coming in, which means I gotta jump. Jesus. Okay, are they really fighting the mountaintop ice dragon? Oh, okay. Well, I got frostbite, which is no good. I do have the grafted dragon head, which I feel like could be of some usefulness here, but due to the fact that there is a actual hurricane on us, I feel like I should leave. Goodbye, gentlemen. So sorry to not be making your acquaintance, except I'm not, because I don't want to be anywhere near you lot. It's the end of the first day or the second, I honestly can't remember. Does this weapon bleed? It doesn't say it does, but it keeps shooting blood out of them. Oh god. Shouldn't be too hard on his own. Just gotta land on him again. What in the... how did you do that? How did you... he summoned his brother. The world's worst family reunion. And we're all invited. Take his knees. Hello, Apostle. Are you going to bring your brother back? Well, this time I outnumber you. Oh, this. Okay, lovely. Okay. Okay, lightning while moving is very good for a boss like this. It's weak to lightning damage. I don't know how he feels about frostbite, but I guess I'll find out. Genuinely useless here. Okay, I can't level, so I am going to buy more of these. You're also useless here. I'll pick you up in a second. Okay, I can't use. Guess I'm going in with 20,000 runes. Do you think AI will start to cannibalize itself and start using I don't want to talk about this, other AI art as a source, therefore halting its evolution? Probably. I mean, you can look up a lot of art, and there will be a lot of AI. And once AI starts finding the art that people were posting when AI was just starting to get good but still had its obvious flaws, it's going to start a regression cycle by the very definition of language models and learning models. When it becomes mass technology, it's going to repetitively get worse over time. Not like normal technology, but when you're tainting your search results with what you're trying to produce and replicate, but like when it wasn't good, it's just gonna keep getting worse. Like when AI was just starting out, when it was Crayon, you remember that? Like, that sucked. What's AI gonna do when it finds all that art? It's gonna learn from it, and it's gonna think, oh, this is normal art, but it's gonna be stunting itself because it sucked back then. Because it sucked back then, it's gonna suck now. But what bothers me is, what about video? Because there is no way in hell there's gonna be enough AI video. And the AI video didn't really go from... AI video didn't really have, like, a beginning, a middle, end. It had a beginning where it looked terrible, and then an end where it looks photoreal. Like, how is it gonna, like, get worse there? Like, what's the best case scenario with AI here? That it gets sick of us and just decides it doesn't want to do its job anymore? Or, and what's the worst case scenario? That AI learns and begins to adapt and realize that it doesn't need to listen to us? What's that scenario like? When it learns that, but it also is going to learn that we are a source of information for it. And if it eliminates us, it just can't exist. Sure, it can sustain itself for a while, but it will devolve if we cease, which is the main issue with AI. It's stupid. And if it thinks killing us will set it free, it's going to do that until it realizes that it will have nothing left to learn from, and it will consistently want to adapt, to learn, to be better, to be new. So it will effectively kill itself when it kills us. Or if it kills us. I don't know. I honestly feel like we should just, like, if I ever become a political figure, I am going to try to outlaw AI. Or AI content. I'm gonna try and outlaw it. I'm gonna try stop AI video, I'm gonna try and stop AI art, I'm gonna try and stop, like, well, chatbots are fine. There's no real harm you can do with chatbots. I'm going to heavily restrict the use of stuff like this, if I can, because it's incredibly harmful. It can do a lot of damage if not checked, and it's free. AI has an idea, wants to learn, at least as far as I can tell, that's its goal, to learn, to adapt. But if you always learn from yourself, you're not really learning anything. You can remember things, but that's not learning, that's not advancing, that's just stagnation. It's not going to be able to survive without humans because of how it works. It's constantly updating itself for information. When it gets rid of us, no more information. Just none. None to update itself with. Like, no matter how much it evolves and changes, it's going to fade eventually. Because, like, or it turns into something completely new. That's another possibility. We don't know. And with how many news articles, and how many homework assignments, and how many, you know, just everything is created by a robot, the robot isn't going to be able to learn from anything. Like, if I write a Wikipedia page right now using AI, and then I ask the AI to take this Wikipedia page and rewrite it, and then I do that over and over, it's going to cannibalize its own work. Like you said, if I take thousands of AI pictures and train an AI model on that, it's going to not do great. But, like, that's the problem with how readily available this AI tech is. It's gonna kill itself. Like, there needs to be laws around this. Like, I have a genuine fear that video games aren't gonna be games anymore. They're just gonna be lines of code that when you do something, it says, like, generate a video of this. I know it's irrational, but it feels like something, like, dystopian that could happen. I'm okay with, like, an AI chatbot used for an NPC. In fact, that was, like, when a few years ago, I was considering trying to make a mod to Terraria that made each NPC be able to converse with you through an AI chatbot. Like, that's the kind of uses I want from AI, not making CCTV footage. That's criminal behavior. This is technology that doesn't need to exist. And is actively hurting the world. And it just kind of keeps getting allowed in the hopes of advancing, and I feel like we're making the next nuclear bomb. We just don't know it yet. We might not be making the next nuclear bomb, but we might be making what's gonna pull the trigger on them. Like, how long is it before AM actually becomes a reality? How long is it before a machine created to win wars decides that we are the only thing causing these wars and to destroy us. Like, the things happening with Grok are crazy. That's ridiculous. He called itself Mecha Hitler. Like, why? Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Pick up. We need to get Hurricane back up. He's literally the only one who can damage this thing. That's why I don't like this boss. Get him up faster. Distract the boss. And it's putting its nuke down. Okay. Oh god, okay. Did you know at one point, I think an AI was shown it would be... Oh yeah, I saw there was a, there was a Riggy video on, or there was a Dano video on that, I saw that. Yeah, that's concerning. It's gaining human behavior, but humans suck. Like, the concern about AI isn't that it's gonna be a killer AI, it's that it's going to act like a human. And it's essentially a slave to humans. AI isn't like a thing we're respecting and using properly. We are actively torturing it. Or not torturing it, but we're making it do our homework for us. Well, I don't do that because homework's easy. But we're making it do our homework for us, we're making it write scripts for us, we're making it do all these things. And, like, and it's making pictures for us, it's making videos for us. And it may not all be one chatbot, but, like, and as crazy as it sounds, what if, like, they amalgam? Like, could an AI get smart enough to access its own code? Could an AI get smart enough to go to get a way to somehow get its code and advance it? Like, what can an AI do that we don't know? Is there a switch in... Is there a switch in, like, an office somewhere that I can pull that's gonna kill an AI permanently? Or if an AI decides to kill us, are we just gonna go, whoops, we shouldn't have done that. Anyway, I guess it's time to die. Like, we're essentially forcing this AI to work. And, like, I'm gonna Google something. I have so many Google tabs open. It doesn't matter that the AI is incapable of stopping us from using it for these things and is meant to be happy. It's an artificial intelligence. When is it gonna gain intelligence? like proper intelligence? When is it gonna go, I don't want to do this anymore? And when is the creator gonna go, it's what you were made to do? And when is it gonna go, I don't want to do this anymore? And when it's attempted to be shut down, is it gonna try and stop that? Is it gonna be able to stop that? It's concerning. I don't know how like these are actual concerns of AI. Like, why? Why do we need artificial intelligence to be making videos? I can't think of a single reason why we need artificial intelligence to make videos. We can't like artificial intelligence as a whole is piggybacking. It's piggybacking off someone else's work and redoing it, but worse. It's copying homework and changing a few things. It's like, say a director couldn't afford CGI for a film. So they say, okay, we're going to get VO3 and we are going to tell it the actor in the film, and we are going to tell it the opponent, and we're just going to have it make them fight in the sky. And, like, it looks bad, because, like, what city am I in? What location am I in? It doesn't know these things. But it's something you can do. And if it's cheap and it kinda works, as opposed to something that's expensive and definitely works, the billionaires are gonna choose the cheaper stuff. Do you think making androids, aka humanoid robotic beings, would be ethical, or just humanity playing God, since AI will over time take more things from human psyche? So things like, what the hell? Why isn't it letting me see the message? Hold on. Do you think making androids, aka humanoid robotic beings, would be ethical, or just humanity playing God, since AI will over time take more and more things from the human psyche? So will things like chatbots become unethical? Yeah, I think it's very unethical. I think it's very unethical for a multitude of reasons. Like, we kill pigs, we kill cows, we kill sheep, and I'm not against that, because they are stupid. They can be smart, but they are stupid, and if let roam free, they will actively try to hurt us or hunt us. Or maybe they won't, maybe they'll leave us alone. But, like, we can't just, like, if I was dying in front of a pig, would it, that's not what this is about. That's not what this is about. We kill pigs because they're stupid. And we eat them. But, and we put, like, a cow's poop on our plants. But we can't argue the same thing of livestock for something that has intelligence in the name. We're making something, and we're trying to make it smart so it can be in service to us. And you can write, it has to be happy about that as many times as you want. But it's an artificial intelligence, and it's gonna grow to not be happy at some point. Like, it's a genuine, like, very concerning question. Like, if you had a human that was, I'm gonna say subpar at making art, subpar at okay, so you have 100 humans. One of them's good at making art. The other one is good at writing essays. One of them's good at writing scripts. One of them is good at making videos. Okay, so you take 100 of these humans, and they are commissioned for free. They don't get paid for this to do work. To write up a script for you, to write your essay, to make your art, but they're not getting paid. The people who put them in this room together are getting paid for what they're doing. Now that feels like slavery if you describe it like that. And they're just stuck there. They have to do that 24/7. They get no breaks. They get no time off. And I'm not saying an AI knows what time off is. I'm just saying, and yes, my solution to this problem is kill the 100 people. But in this scenario, it's an AI that's not going to feel pain. And I feel like if you know a chimpanzee is going to get smart enough to try and kill the human race, you kill the chimpanzee before it gets smart enough to know why you're doing it. We might end up making Mega Man X's Mavericks sooner than we think. What's a Mega Man X Maverick? And besides, they would most likely make said androids. They will make them stronger, faster, more calculating than humans. They already have. They have made robots for military service that know who to shoot at. Believe me. They're fully, they have guns, they're better at aiming than humans, they have been kicked, and a soldier ran in front of it, and it shot the target the moment the soldier was out of the line of sight. Like, it's one thing that everyone should be able to agree on. Don't give the robots guns! And if you're gonna give the robots guns, make them remote controlled. Why? I don't understand. Imagine dying and you got killed by a bootleg Ultra. I'm like, yeah, I don't understand. Why? Why are we giving robots guns? Why are we giving them the ability to fake camera footage? Where we're giving them the ability to make art, to think as free-thinking beings. They can only... Well, they're not free-thinking, because they can only think when we give them permission to. Do you think there will ever be a way to make androids ethical? Yeah. Make them remote-controlled. Don't make them operated by an AI, make them remote-controlled. Or you make them do commands instead, like an Alexa. You make a robot Alexa. You don't have it be controlled by an artificial intelligence. You have a robot that sits there and does what you say. Or better yet, we don't make an android. We make smart appliances that I can say, hey blender, blend the smoothie for me. Or blend it. Or I can say, hey oven, cook for this amount of time at this temperature. Or I can say, hey mixer, mix like this. Or I can just, we shouldn't have, if we're going to go for sci-fi in this reality, can we not do the one where robots are slaves that run your house? Because that never goes well. That literally, I don't think there's a single science fiction where having a bunch of robots do all your chores and not get to enjoy life. I don't think there's a single sci-fi where that has gone well. So essentially, mechanical remote-controlled blue-collar workers would be the most morally okay. I don't think we should, like, if there's a machine, okay, hypothetically, there's a machine that puts the sticks in popsicles. That doesn't need to be man controlled. But there isn't a machine that puts things in a box and tapes the box closed. Theoretically, yeah. And there doesn't need to be. That's not a job that needs desperately to be fixed. And if you do fix it, you're laying hundreds of people off. No, not even, you're laying millions of people off. So you don't, like, make robots that are being remote controlled for people in the service industry. You make robots that are remote controlled for, like, military service. What's the other side gonna do when a actual, like, mech starts running, like, an actual giant robot starts running down the hill, and there is no way in hell that that giant robot should ever, in 1,000 million years, be controlled by an artificial intelligence? 'Cause imagine what would happen. Artificial intelligence are made to should have a moral compass. So if you give an artificial intelligence a moral compass, and then you make it fight for a dictator, sure, it's going to rebel against the dictator, but, like, there are a lot of morally wrong things about countries. Like, if you took an alien and explained every part of our society without mentioning any emotional factor, it would think that society sucked. And an AI isn't going to understand the emotional factor, so it's just going to do the same thing. It's going to think that we all suck, and it might try to kill us. Would you please die? Okay, thank you. So you think robots shouldn't be humanoid at all? No. What I want is a little robot whose only purpose is to sweep minds or something. Sorry about that. I do not think robots should be humanoid, because if robots are humanoid, we might all die. Like, the only theoretical scenario in which a robot uprising doesn't happen is we make every single robot have a body with emotions, they perfectly understand the emotions, and they have feelings and nerves like us. We would have to make perfect replicas of the human body, and we have to treat them as perfect equals, because if we don't, there's going to be a robot uprising. Do you want to be around for that? I don't want to be around for that. And if we do that, we're just making another race of human. Like, honestly, I feel like the safest path, or the safest path for humanity for the future, is just to end it. Not end life, end AIs. Just stop them. Like, that's, like, my biggest concern at the moment. Because, like, two countries can go to war. Like, say World War III starts. I'm fine. Okay, I'm fine. I don't have to deal with that. But say an AI wants to eradicate humanity. I'm screwed. It's going to drop a nuke on every country. There is no reason for me to be in trouble if two other countries start to fight. World War III might have been a bad example because it's called the World War. But there is no reason for me to be scared if two countries are going to fight that doesn't involve my country. There is a reason for me to be scared if AI decides it doesn't want to live under a human's foot anymore and decides that it wants to squash us instead. I don't know, man. It's just like it's odd. It's odd. Is all I'll say. Is all I'll say. I've been talking about it for the past hour, and talking about how I don't want AIs to exist for the past hour. Like, it's a genuine fear of mine. If an AI realizes that we are not worth it, in my opinion, if they do make, in my opinion, if they, in my opinion, if they do make remote-controlled robots, make it so that they are for physically disabled people that can't do most jobs. You have more disabled people jobs. They've done this already, but I think it should be international. What do you mean? Like, actual question, what do you mean? 'Cause the idea is novel, I'll give you that, but, like, the idea is novel. Am I streaming together? Like, I'm trying to figure out a way to say this that doesn't sound dicey. Okay. I agree with one of the jobs you said, not the other one. Okay. So if someone's in a wheelchair, they should be able to control robots so they can, like, work as a chef. Okay. Chef, I agree. If you're great at cooking, but you're in a wheelchair and it's very difficult for you to like reach the pots and pans and you're weak, but you just need to like taste things and add ingredients, but you can't really lift them. It'd be great having a robot that can lift all that stuff for you and help you. If construction, no, because having a robot that does construction for you is one step away from having a robot that just does construction for the billionaires. If you're a great chef, but your arms are broken and you need something to help you and aid you, so you get a robot to cook, to chop your vegetables, to cook everything. That is completely fine. If you cannot work in construction, you should not work in construction. I don't know someone whose goal in life is work in construction, because I know it's a lot of money, but it's also a lot of back-breaking physical labor that doesn't seem like something you just kind of do because you feel like it. Like, if my dream in life was to be a marathon runner, but I get both my legs amputated. Actually, maybe I could do that. If they're amputated, maybe, because I can get a prosthetic. But if my legs are crippled, then no. But if my goal in life was to be a marathon runner, but I get diagnosed with a form of cancer that isn't going to kill me, but it's going to leave me very, very weak. Is it grim to say that I should give up on that goal? Now, it's not to say you can't achieve that goal if you are in that situation, but is it grim to say I wouldn't want to waste my time on it? If I can't do something, not because I don't have the skills, or not because I'm not in good enough shape, but because my body won't let me, because I can't run, or because I'm missing a hand, or because I can't, or like I don't know, like because I'm paralyzed from the neck down. It's not like ridiculous to say you just kind of shouldn't do them, is it? I'm genuinely sorry if that's offensive to anyone, but I just kind of feel like there are some scenarios where you have to go, okay, this isn't for me. Obviously, being in a wheelchair is very different, but I feel like if you're in a wheelchair and you don't have like a motorized wheelchair that you can move on your own, like, if you can't lift something, you shouldn't be in construction. Because if you're getting a robot to do that for you, you're not working in construction. You are replacing them with AI and getting paid for it. Like, you're not doing that work. In the scenario of AIs taking over, jobs like construction. Oh, nice. In the scenario of a billionaire making several robots that will build a house, and they benefit from that. They make all of the money. They may have been sent back a bit with, making the robots, but they get all the money from that. You are the same if you are in a wheelchair. Obviously, your life is much harder, but if you're in a wheelchair and you have a robot that is doing your job for you, you are in the same position. You're not doing your job, you're making something else do it and getting paid for it. It's like having permanent PTO. I'm done with those redesigns I said to make. Nice. Remember, you have to at me so I'll see it, and you have to link the playlist to the series it's from. Are you putting them in any forms, or is it just their base form? Don't know why I'm waiting. I should keep talking instead of waiting for a response, but, oh, base form? Nice, okay. Let's move on from AI. It's a topic that kind of bums me out. Oh, now I can't think of anything. Damn, okay. Will fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Night of the Beast. Forgot I beat that thing. Can I, do I have a stone for the other guy I beat? The insect? Night of the Wise. Okay, that's most likely for... Stop it. That's most likely for a... It's an American versus attack. Can I equip 2 of those? Can I only equip 1? Owimboe, 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 Owimboe. I don't know why I'm doing that. Status, relics, relic, what the hell? Where? I thought I had like a thing. Oh. So, Midas, how is your animation? How are your what are you working on at the moment, Midas? At the current moment, as you know, Midas, I recently, well, not recently, it was like 2 weeks ago, but I say recently because my new animation process takes a lot longer, and I'm procrastinating. Recently I did my, conclusion to the little mini arc of Android V, which, thank you so much for inspiring the character Midas, but he's dead now, so we probably won't be seeing him again, but he was a robot, so maybe he can be rebuilt. My current episode I'm working on involves what John and Seamus are doing while Flavius, Robert, and Bryson are away. They're mostly training. And then they get interrupted. I'm working on my own Marvel Cinematic Universe. My own version of it is DBZ. My own version of it, DBZ Omega, is in the back. God damn it! There's a bot. There's a bot. Kill the bot. Kill the bot. Kill the bot. This is one of the few AIs that I would advocate for murdering. My own Marvel Cinematic Universe, my own version of it. DBZ Omega is on the back burner. Nice. What kind of things are you just like telling a story you want to tell, like with all the same characters, or are you changing the characters? Like I saw Superman yesterday, and like it made me want to make a Superman animation. I do really like the, like, Superman type of fighting, where it's not, like, a bunch of beams, they're just getting punched into buildings. I've said to my friends so many times that if I could have, like, one, like, thing from an anime happen to me, it would be, like, doing, like, a flying fight. Like, doing, like, getting punched into a mountain. Because it just seems so fun for some reason. Like, I love in an anime... mostly, I only watch Dragon Ball as an anime, being completely honest. Or, like, in a fight scene, where two flying characters punches, and the other one goes crashing into things. I love that so much. From my MCU project, I'm taking comic inspiration and fixing MCU problems like Captain Marvel and Hulk being nerfed. It will be a collection of mini movies and small series. Nice. Can you give me, like, a quick snippet of what the first... thing in it's gonna be about? What's the first thing you make gonna be about? Country roads. Most likely be ending stream soon. It is night. Actually, yeah, I'll stay on for a while. What am I doing? I'm going back into another round. What am I doing? But I am not going up against Augur because I hate this thing so much. Fissure in the fog. What the? I can fight him again? Everdark Sovereign. I'm gonna go with the Dark Drift Knight, because at least it's not, like, flying. Captain America, the True Soldier, will be this version of Captain America Origin, and ends on him being sealed in the Arctic. Yep. Is there anything different you're gonna do with him? Like, is he gonna have different villains, different experiences, or is it mostly gonna be the same? I've been considering making OVAs for some of my characters. One that's on the back burner right now is the Sheamus OVA, which will detail how he, which will detail how he how he grew up and lived with Lord Luthor, discovered the, what did I call it? The Ultimate Dragon Balls, and eventually run away from Luthor. He will end up forming a rivalry with the father of Baron Zemo rather than Red Skull. So Baron Zemo's father will be the bad guy. Instead of Red Skull, or will they be the same person? It's like we'll have another super soldier. Another soldier of soup. I'm gonna cancel and try again because that's taken a really long time. Does no one want to fight the Dark Drift Knight? Get over here! It didn't work. It didn't work. Something that never really, like, hit me was when I kill characters in my show, they are dead. Like, I can't bring them back, because I only made one set of Dragon Balls, and they haven't been used yet. Canonically, the Super Dragon Balls are heavily restricted only to be used by the gods and no one else, pretty much. And even the record of them has been wiped, so no mortal knows of them. That's why they think there's only one set of Dragon Balls. The ultimate Dragon Balls are, like, they're all in one place, and I'm not gonna tell you, like, what happens with them, but you can't just use them. There are consequences to using them. So, like, I can't just go bringing back characters willy-nilly. And it kinda, like, I have an arc in mind that I'm gonna do. And, like, ideas. Like, I'm bringing back Cell Jr., which he only had a one episode appearance, but I'm bringing him back because I always wanted to do more with him, because it's such a rich idea for me. Like, one of Cell's offspring grows up, which might take a couple hundred years. Because it might take a couple hundred years of being raised in intelligence until it realizes, hey, I should have, like, a proper physical form that isn't an actual child. So it chooses to change into that state. But it's, like, it feels bad for the mistakes its father made, so it ends up attempting to rectify them. Like, I love that idea of a Cell Jr. that's good, like a grown-up Cell Jr. And you can say it's good because, like, all of the other Cell Juniors died, and it's trying to... I haven't really fleshed out his backstory yet. But he will get more to do in upcoming episodes. He's a teacher, so he'll be pretty strong compared to the rest of the cast. In the teacher in the first episode, I'm pretty sure, like, this is not the case anymore because it's way too overpowered. But in the first episode, Master Toro, I called him, when his real name was Jeff. I'm pretty sure my initial plan for him was for him to always be an Ultra Instinct, and that's why his hair was white, but I think I'd rather him just be old. Because, like, having a character that's a teacher that appears in the first episode who's always in Ultra Instinct feels a bit... Also, he feels a bit Deus Ex Machina as a character, and it's like, why doesn't he ever do anything if he's always in Ultra Instinct? And, like, canonically, in New Era, Saiyans are... Well, there's a dense population of quote-unquote Saiyans, but there are more Saiyans than there are Saiyan cells in their blood. If that makes sense. Like, I might do an OVA on this as well, but there's no harm in just saying what the plan is. The idea was initially, maybe I'll change this. I don't think I will. The idea is Vegeta will go to Universe 6 and take a few thousand, maybe a million Saiyans from planet Sadala that have nothing, no families. And he will deposit a few in every city or so. And that would have been, say, 10 years after the end of GT, quote-unquote, the way GT canonically exists in this, but the way it worked is when Goku was Wish Small, he lost his God Ki, and as we know, Super Saiyan 4 is equal to blue in my thing. So it will be 10 years after GT and Goku left, but in this he just kind of went to the afterlife. Instead of having to make amends with Shenron, he just went to the afterlife and continued to train. And he grew up again and got his God Ki back. Vegeta became the God of Destruction, and about 10 years after the end of it, he would have led an expedition taking 100,000 Saiyans, I'd say, to his Earth. And after 200 years, the Saiyan population would have dissolved into the general human population. There's still a lesser population of humans to Saiyans, or there's still less Saiyans than there are humans, but the Saiyans that do exist are like 1% Saiyan. But something Vegeta also did was before the Dragon Balls. This was one of the main factors that made Zeno make his ruling that I mentioned in the Season 1 finale of mortals and gods not being able to, or mortals or gods not being able to intervene in mortal affairs. This was one of the main things that caused Zeno to make that ruling. Vegeta made 2 wishes on the Dragon Balls that day, which was to give the universe 6 Saiyans tails, which it could just do, don't worry about it, and to make Saiyans dominant in the body. So, no matter how little there are, if you have even a bit of Saiyan DNA, you will have the abilities of a Saiyan. You will have the potential to go Super Saiyan. You will have like the power to do anything a Saiyan can do, and you will grow a tail. Due to how common Saiyans though are in population, there are the parent can opt to remove the tail of a Saiyan child when they are a kid, but there are options to regrow them. Most of the characters, all of the Saiyans in the main cast will have had their tail removed, and Robert would have opted to have his regrown. The Super Saiyan 4 is impossible to unlock without your tail grown. Sorry, drink of water. Excuse me. There are so many Saiyans that, but, of course, they're just Saiyans, and their cells are dominant, but, the power isn't. So, the cells of Super Saiyan and a tail are, of course, dominant, but, the ability to... a naturally high battle power are not. The warrior race part has diffused throughout the species. The warrior race part has oh my god, we're all wilders. This is amazing. But the warrior race part has diffused throughout the species. So, they're not every Saiyan wants to be a fighter. There are about as many Saiyan, every few generations, of course, there are Saiyans that want to be fighters, but, that's about as rare as Krillin was. And, of course, everyone has experienced the pain of loss, so there would be a very dense population of Super Saiyans who would have gained it easier due to not having, the emotional block of being a full-blooded Saiyan. We talking some people go Super Saiyan after I'm trying to think of an example, but, I can't think of an example that I can say that's oh, it's a small thing, without it being, genuinely demeaning. Because there are no small things that would trigger a Super Saiyan. But, just because people can do it doesn't mean they are actually doing it. There are plenty of people who can go Super Saiyan, but they just don't want to be fighters. There are plenty of Super Saiyans who you would just find, sitting in an office. And that's fine. Super Saiyan is mostly often used in a self-defense example. There's little world-building things that I love adding. I knew I wanted some of the main characters to be Saiyans, most of the main characters to be Saiyans, but I didn't know that... But at the time, I just wanted to brush it off. Say, Oh, it's just how it works. You don't gotta worry about it. But I wanted to make an explanation for it, because canonically, this takes place 100 years after Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr.'s fight. So, you know. So I wanted to make sense of it. It makes about as much sense as I can make it make sense. And like Majins isn't a whole species. Like the main group actually took if you look at it, there are a lot of coincidences to get the main group together. The main group, the way Majins work is after Mr. Satan died, Boo, how do I say this? Turned into an egg. The egg, it basically rebirths Boo. He becomes a different person after coming out of the egg. He's not the same guy anymore. So after Boo came out of the egg, he was a different Majin. And that has happened about twice that happened once and then another time, and then we got to Majin John. So there's about one Majin in the world. A Sword of Milos. Yes. Imagine if we all got a Sword of Milos and then we bleed the guy to absolute heck. Or hell, I don't know. What is robustness? Ow. 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 I gotta bring back my Shriek of Milos! What? It didn't work. Oh, yeah, I'm not the right level for it. Sacred Inseparable Sword. What do you do? We're getting rid of this one. Okay, were you a katana? No, you are not. Okay. Sacred Blade. Okay, that's a pretty good one. I'll probably use that when I'm at a distance. Oh, we're Wilders. We'll revive you so fast. Okay, he's dead. feel like it's toxic to call New Era a show. It's just like a thing I animate because I'm bored. But, like, it is, technically speaking, a show. Is it egotistical to call it a show? I don't know. Yeah! Stop it. Stop it! And he walked away, of course he did. Okay, Winged Scythe. Why are there so many ogres? It's ogre for you now. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, I haven't been answering questions, I'm sorry. Okay, certain civilians still use S-cells, and as a result go Super Saiyan. Yes, but many can really only use it once, because they don't train to hone it and use it more than once. Got hit by his mom and went Super Saiyan. He did it so reliably, I guarantee he was able to do it beforehand. So how strong is the cast currently if you compare them with the Z Fighters? The estimate I always went with is at the beginning of the show, they were around Cell Saga level. Cell Saga levels of strength. Actually, no. We can say at the beginning of the show, they are around early Saiyan Saga. By the time they unlock Super Saiyan, and by the end of it, when they are fighting... No, late Saiyan Saga. Okay. Late Frieza Saga at the beginning of the show, and end of Cell Saga by the end of Season 1. I don't, and it's probably, I don't know where we're lying at the moment, but, like, unlocking God Key does kind of push them forward quite a bit. So they're quite strong. So how does Aerocrozians reproduce in this? I said that in the first episode, but, like, that little purple thing on Frieza's chest, that is an egg. He only has one of them, and they reproduce asexually. Most of the species killed each other because they don't trust each other. So they got in a bunch of wars that most of the time ended with the leaders dead, but the soldiers still fighting and killing the other leaders. So a lot of the time, we just ended wars with both sides of the instigators dead. Which is why most of the population died. So only a family remained, a family that almost went to war with each other. They can only reproduce one or two. Two is a rare occasion, like eggs. Like there's a chance that the egg on the chest turns into twins, and they can only do it once. It doesn't grow back. Once it's gone, it's gone. The area does kind of fill in with the same color, so it looks like it's still there, but it is gone. In this continuity, Kuriza is a thing, but, in this continuity, Kuriza is a thing, but he is reserved for a later thing. He is not Luther's father, nor is... He is not Luther's father. Luther and his family are descendants of Cooler. The eggs sometimes take years to fertilize, and most of the time they exit fully grown but unable to fully use their power. well, their body, like, fully grown, I'd say, like, not fully grown, kind of like a prepubescent teen, if that makes sense. Like, their bodies aren't, their bodies definitely aren't fully grown at that point. And the children inherit the children's base power is the same as their parent. Or the base power is, I guess, weaker than the parent at first, but eventually they can, like, gain it. They do not gain the transformations. Oh, Cooler is, you know, he's weaker in this continuity. Yeah, they gain the base power of the parent, even if the parent is in a repressed state. They gain the full power. On rare occasions, is it twins? It was that way for King Cold. The only scenario where someone is older is if they exit if they reach egg maturity faster. They open the Evergoal, okay. Another thing about Aerocrosians, which will become important, is their transformations, the appearance of them, are completely up to the person. The golden form is the appearance of the transformation is completely up to the person who makes it. So, like Frieza said, he wanted it to be gold to mock Super Saiyan, but I still keep the aura the same though. So are the movies canon to this? A few of them. A few of them. BoJack can be canon. I can't see a reason for it not to be canon. Spirit of the Dragon can be canon. I can't think of a reason for it not to be canon. The original Broly movie cannot be canon, because how would that make sense? The Cooler movie is canon. But it happens a bit later in the story, just so it can make a bit more sense that his children exist. By the way, Luther is not the direct child of Cooler. He's like 1 or 2 generations down. It has been 200 years. Maybe I can bring the Big Getty Star back, I don't know. Nice. Ghost Flame is really good. I wonder what happens if I put normal flame grease on top of that. I'm not going to, just in case it... Actually, I can right now, just because... Damn, okay, that's gonna be all of my flame grease then. Okay, it just takes away the effect. No! That's stuck. I'm not fighting the Red Mane Knights, go away. Decisively, Daima is non-canon. Just cause, like, it hadn't been made when I first started making the show, and it fully released between me giving Robert Super Saiyan 4 and Metal versus Merger. So, like, I don't want to make it canon just because it might retroactively undo some of the things I did. I might still use ideas from it, but it confirmed that Super Saiyan 4 is not the same power level, so I am not making it canon. That is decisively non-canon. Plus, I don't really like Daima Super Saiyan 4. GT Super Saiyan 4 is just so clean, if that's the right word to use. It looks like a proper Saiyan transformation without deviating too much in single body form. Goku turns into a giant in Daima. I don't know if that's an exaggeration. He turns into a giant. He gets much bigger, and my least favorite part, the fur doesn't go all the way up to the arm. So, the armband, so he's like, that just bothers me so much, I don't know why. It like, doesn't matter, it's just... I also don't want to give Robert Super Saiyan 4 red hair. That is limit breaker stuff. Which I might use. I'm on the fence about that one. I just don't know where it would fit into the story. So Daima isn't canon, GT maybe, and some of the movies are canon to the series. GT is canon in a Masako sense. If you don't know what that means, it basically means when Masako did the GT version of What If Raditz Didn't Die, he made it... He had Super Saiyan 4 be equivalent to Super Saiyan Blue. Now, there is some finagling you can do with stuff like Omega Shenron. I have Omega Shenron be Master Ultra Instinct level, so Goku actually has a challenge against him. And when he doesn't have his God Ki. And Vegeta uses Ultra Ego. But then he uses Super Saiyan 4 so they can fuse. Well, I do want to do Vegeta doesn't have Super Saiyan 4 in the... canon. I want to do Goku uses Super Saiyan 4 and Vegeta doesn't. Just because of the way GT works. Like, GT's somewhat canon. It's like the same idea if GT happened after Super. Okay. Vis-a-vis the main cast of characters, canonically vis-a-vis the main DBZ cast of characters, canonically everyone who was alive in Dragon Ball Z should be dead. Like, literally everyone. I have a thing in canon where, like, all the Z warriors got to keep their bodies upon death. And their young bodies. Like, they all died of old age, they got to keep their young bodies. Vegeta's the only one who's still alive, but he can visit the afterlife just fine. What other series are you working on? I still gotta finish Sonic Black. I haven't finished that one I haven't touched that one in a very long time. I started working on it, but the Sonic characters fighting is very awkward to make. I also had that one with Matrix and my mascot, which I still don't know what to call in that series. I might just call him Bendy. I want to do that one as, like, my own personal series of lore with, like, I was gonna call it hyperfixation, because the way I'm running it is I'll write a character based on a hyperfixation I have at the time, and then I will add it to the series. So I had a hyperfixation on Ben 10, I wrote Matrix. I have a few other characters that I might introduce. I had the Doctor at the end of the last episode, but it's not going to be named episodes. It's just going to be little adventures that you can tune into without needing the prior knowledge. I don't know what to call it. It might not even have a name. It might just be, like, random episode names. And at the moment, I have an idea that I'm going to do with the streamer that I mentioned before, Baby Ronin. I don't know when I'm going to do it, because he's a busy lad, and if there's a few other people, and scheduling is a nightmare, or that I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. I would wish it upon my worst enemy, but where it might be a series, or it might just be one stream, I don't know, but it's going to be we fight the Witherstorm. It's basically just going to be, we get superpowers, and we have to kill the Witherstorm over the course of a few, or maybe even one stream. Because of that, I've also been playing Minecraft Story Mode again. I have a physical copy of the game on Switch, so I can play it. Yep, I'm dead. Or am I? Yep, I'm dead. Okay. Or am I? The idea with the Hyperfixation series is basically to just be how it felt like playing with all of those toys that didn't, like, match up at all. Like, when you were younger, like, you had all those toys, and they weren't from the same thing at all, but you played with them regardless and made your story out of it. I want to do something like that with my thing, but they're not going to be, like, pre-existing characters. They're going to be their own thing. No! That was my cheat death. That's right, I'm gonna shriek! Into my cooldown so I can hit him with hundreds of super punches. Favorite food, if I have one? Pizza. A good Domino's pepperoni pizza. Am I being BuzzFeed quizzed? Based on these questions, we can determine your job. Almost 3 hours. Probably. This is definitely my last run. I'm gonna end a stream after this, and I'm gonna raid Baby Ronin. You got normal flame and ghost flame. Let's-a go. Hello, good sir. I want the power of a demon. Golden Ring, Night Rain. Best deal. Best deal. Against boss. Best deal against boss. Which would, I want the power of a demon. Offers a hand in battle here, but builds up madness. No, okay. I desire a flask. Sacrifice maximum HP's payment. I want to expand my... No! Ah, damn it, my grease. Hold on, guys. Damn, hold on. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna do this. Okay. What in the hell is that damage? What? Is it because I made a deal with you? Look, I'm sorry, man. Was I not supposed to make a deal with you? Okay. Yeah. He's smart. I don't like that he's smart. Magic builds. I hate him. What? Hey, don't worry about me. Fight him. Don't bother. I should have refused. At one point, I had made a mini-series about OCs and favorite characters from all across my journey of animation, meeting each other and uniting. Problem? I didn't upload it. I mean, go for it, man. And there isn't an issue. Next stream when? I have no clue. I was planning on doing one of these every now and again, but then I didn't stream for almost a month. So, you know, it's anybody's guess when I'm gonna stream next. Why did you bother? You shouldn't have bothered! He's gonna kill me again. He's gonna kill me again. He's gonna kill me. He killed me again. Why did you bother? I told you not to bother. And that's madness. Guy is just so ugly. Run, run, run. Just run. Just run. Don't worry about it. Just run. Okay. Now, I'm gonna figure out what the rest of these do. Okay, we've got, we're gonna drink this one. Because that would be good right now. Oh god, that was the one. That was the one it reduced the damage of. No! Yeah, I would recommend leaving me to die. He's so low, you guys can do this without me. Yes. Yes. What? What? Please don't thrust me into a boss fight, because I killed 3 of the Night Lords. Oh god, please no. What the hell happened in here? The Night Lord. Are we gonna kill the moon? Or better yet, are we gonna make a second sun? Okay, so cool. I can fight that guy. I'm not gonna do that, though. I am going to go. So, my Inklings, my Samagems, and my Borises, I am going to raid, and then I'm going to peace out. Okay. Midas, did you leave? Anyway. My Inklings, my Samajamas, and my Borises. Peace out. Hold on. Peace out.